start with exit.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the third Traplight stream. Today is kind of a special stream that we're doing because Big Bang Racing has turned 1 year exactly today. So the game was launched 1 year ago on 28th of July 2016. And the trailer that you just saw was our launch trailer, which we used when the game was launched. And I think the game has gone through a lot of changes since that. And we're kind of, what we're gonna do during this stream is we're gonna talk a little bit about the history of Big Bang Racing. We're gonna be playing some levels that you've sent to us. And we have some amazing moments and some data to share with you. And then of course we're gonna talk about the new update and also play a little bit of in the Friday tournament. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we're gonna go through. But first of all, I guess we should introduce ourselves, right? So my name is Veera. I've been in the streams before. You might know me also from the forums. My nickname there is Vembu. So yes, that's me who is answering to you in the forums, at least sometimes. And we have here some developers as well. So maybe you guys can introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, I'm Sampsa. I'm a senior programmer for Traplight and I've been working with Big Bang Racing since 2014, and it's great to be here and great to share some thoughts with you guys.
I'm Seppo and I'm the lead designer of the game, and I go by the same name in the forums and in the game and everywhere.
Yeah, I'm Valtteri. I go by the name of Vallu over in the game. Cheers to Barrow185, who's my team leader, and I'm the lead server developer over here. I've been at Traplight since Big Bang Racing was started, and first by myself and then with Teppo Kauppinen, who helps me with the servers, and together we've done everything technical that's not on your device. That's on the internet and the cloud and stuff.
The magical back end that nobody understands.
Not even us.
Yes, you're just gonna go and do some like magic. Maybe this works. Oh, gods of servers, please make it work.
A few good spells there.
Yeah. All right. So, well, first of all, I thought that it would be fun to just go through kind of the history of Big Bang Racing because it's quite long. It's not a typical mobile game that you start developing and then a year later you already published it. So there's a lot of history behind why the company wanted to do this game and how it all turned out, and there's like years of different kind of phases that the game went through. So let's talk about the history of Big Bang Racing at first. So those who don't know, they can kind of catch up on what has happened during the last 2 or 3 years. So, well, you guys were there from the beginning, especially Seppo. You have been there like from the get-go. So when did the idea for this type of game, kind of the seed of Big Bang Racing, when did it first come up?
I think it was before the whole Big Bang Racing. There was actually a production here called Great Escape, and it was this slingshot sort of like roller coaster type of game. But anyways, for that game we needed a level editor, some kind of tool that we ourselves could make the levels for. And as it was being made, we sort of realized that the editor is actually becoming really good and fun to use. And we started thinking about, what if we gave this to the players and they could actually do the content? What kind of amazing things could come out of that? And so that sort of was the initial seed of the whole idea of this user-generated content type of games that we're doing in the company as well as a whole. And well, the first version of it was, it only ran on computer. You needed a mouse and 3 buttons and a keyboard and everything to do anything with the editor. So of course we couldn't use it as that form for Big Bang Racing. But then we sort of started making something that works on the touchscreen, utilizes the draw controls and all these, so something that fits to the platform. And that's when we started making it. At first the game was called Play Something. Draw Something was big thing back then. It was sort of like an inspiration to us that it was a game where people created content. We knew that the Play Something wouldn't be the final name of the game, but it was sort of like a project name. And then later on the name of the game was turned into What on Earth. That was the time when we were still thinking that in the game you could do, instead of doing levels, you would be doing these different games with different controls. You would do these platformer games or racing games or shoot 'em up games, but then we sort of like saw that it was maybe a bit too ambitious and too hard to find the right people, the players that could enjoy that kind of game, because it was all over the place. It was platformers, racing. It was sort of like for everybody and not anybody. You know? So we decided that let's stick with racing. That's really easy to understand. When you create a racing level, there's sort of like objective immediately. You need to get to the goal as fast as possible. So that's how we end up with Big Bang Racing. We chose the racing genre and build all of the items and everything around the racing theme, and that's how the game came to life.
Yeah. Well, you guys came to the project when it was called What on Earth, or did you, Valtteri, already come?
It wasn't called anything when I came.
All right.
I think it was Play Something.
All right, and you joined when it was What on Earth, as did I. So we've been kind of through the history as well. About the first editor, you said that it was kind of like sort of an accident that we decided to start doing user-generated content, because just the fact that the editor that you built for the team to use was actually so much fun that you figured that, hey, maybe this could actually be a game. But what did the early version of the Big Bang Racing or What on Earth editor have compared to the one that we have now? If I understood correctly, I haven't played the earliest versions, but it was very complex compared to...
Yeah, it had too much. It didn't feel like a toy. It felt like a tool. It sort of like was really intimidating for somebody who has never used that sort of programs. It was sort of like opening up a Photoshop or some really complex tool that you use for work. And we really wanted to make it a bit more casual, less intimidating, something that anybody can pick up and enjoy. So we removed a lot of those complex features like multi-selections and undos and all these different things.
All right, so it became from a tool to a toy, which I think the toy word is a good word to describe the current editor that we have, because you can give it to a 5-year-old and they will start building something, so it's very intuitive to use. But, well, now that we're talking about level creation and user-generated content, let's go to the kind of development of user-generated content game, or Big Bang Racing as we know it. It's not as easy as it might sound, that let's just let the players create all the levels and that's gonna be super easy, right? Yeah, it's gonna be easy for the players to create the levels, but for us to actually create a coherent and nice game out of that, it's not as simple as it might sound. So, well, at least Valtteri, you have maybe the best idea on the technical side of what were the kind of the hardest parts of figuring out this type of UGC game, how it works, and what kind of challenges did we have during the development?
Well, I guess all of us have our memories, and maybe Samsa can share a couple of ones from the client side, but from the server side, I guess the main challenge was that we knew that if the game was going to be successful, we are going to have millions of players, they are going to create millions of levels. So when a new player comes, how do we offer him a level that is interesting to him, a good level? How do we define what is good in the levels? So deciding what that's about, that was perhaps the biggest hurdle, and I think we handled that pretty well, and we are still evolving in that. And of course, most of you probably realize that the thumb ups and thumb downs are the biggest indicator of quality of a level. But they are not the only ones. We also have some in the background that are not shared. But because if we shared them, you might cheat, because you know.
You can game the system.
Yeah, they're company secrets. How these things work.
And we are constantly evolving them also. We are just lately we noticed that a couple of really successful levels are kind of clogging the path so that everyone who comes into the game, fresh and free always are good and bad.
Yeah, it used to be called fresh and free back in the day.
Yeah.
We still mix it up after like a year and a half.
Yeah, good or bad, there you can always see original content, but on the path we decided to make it so that occasionally you get newer levels instead of the old classics that everyone has liked, so we spice it up a bit. So that's one example of things we've done recently. Because back when we started, we had just a few thousand levels. Distributing those in an effective manner so that the new promising ones get playthroughs, but also the classics are seen. It's different from when you have 5 million levels you need to distribute. So the algorithms have to evolve.
Yeah.
What about the client side?
You mean the real program?
Burn! Let's keep it civil, guys. Let's keep it civil. We can do the fighting after this.
Sorry. My bad.
So yeah, the challenges on the client side.
Okay, see you in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
From the client side, programming these UGC games, I think it's also kind of tough, and this relates very tightly to the game design, because in Big Bang Racing we wanted all the items that people can use in the editor that they are from real life, and because the game is physics based, it's also kind of hard to make them feel good and still fun. So I think that was quite a challenge generating this type of UGC game.
Yeah, I remember that we tweaked, for example, the motorbike, and also the car's controls to kind of make them feel physical but still game-like. And there was a lot of tweaking, over a year that we kind of figured out how those should work.
And of course, you have to make some compromises with things that, for example, the goal ball cannot be crushed, and so something that makes sense, that you have to have the goal, you cannot destroy it, because otherwise people wouldn't be able to finish the levels. And but I think it's also been quite fun to make a game like that. So we can always tweak it and switch a little bit of the physics to make it feel better.
Regarding the goal ball, that was actually one big thing that don't know who came up with it, was it Seppo or someone, that we actually need to have a goal in the levels, that you have to be able to finish them before you can publish them. So you can't just make a level and throw it out and nobody could pass it, because that could lead to a lot of really bad levels coming your way and frustrate players.
Yeah,
so
that's something
that was a good idea.
When you say it out loud, it sounds like obvious. That of course you should do it, but it's not. When you design games, it's not obvious that all these answers just come to you immediately. So
I think a good example of a design that hits the spot is the Google search bar. You just need to type a word or two and then it just provides everything. Because if you start off thinking, how about making a search, you come up with a lot of features you could fill the page with. But if it's simple and it works, then it's actually been designed a lot more than complex pages.
About the complexity, we don't have any graphic designers here right now, but maybe Seppo can fill in about just how the game looks, because that was also something that we struggled with, or not struggled, but we tried different variations over a period of year and a half, how the game should look and how the menu should work and where should we put all this content that we have. So maybe you can talk a bit about that. How hard was that, trying to figure it out?
It was a long process as well. Like, for example, the main character, that originally it wasn't aliens. Actually, in the first version, we didn't even have any main characters. It was just the vehicles and sort of like the whatever hero you choose there. But there was no clearly properly designed and branded characters. And then we came up with a lot of different versions. Tadpoles were actually at some point the main heroes of the game. But then we sort of looked into the space and found the answer from there.
Then the aliens are of course related to the original backstory of What on Earth as well, with the satellites and everything. And if you guys don't know the original backstory, you can go to, in the YouTube channel where we're streaming right now, there's this kind of little bit teaser video where the background story is explained. Let's go from development to launch. yeah, we launched the game exactly 1 year ago, and that was a very special day for everyone in the team. We had been waiting for the day for so long, so maybe you guys can share a bit of if you still remember how it felt that day to launch the game and what kind of things happened. And
oh my god. From a server perspective, kind of when the game is launched, millions of people came and rushed at it in the first weekend, and we just had to kind of grease the engines all the time to keep it running, see where we have resource bottlenecks and put effort there. And also, if people are having problems, the only people who can help them while we are online are not the client programmers.
Yeah, they just they make the game and just put it in the store, and then
the client, updating the client on a player's device requires a lot of effort to get it published by Apple and then downloading it onto the devices. But on the server we can make several changes every day and fixing bugs and compensating for bugs that are on the client side.
Let's fight after this.
I'm sorry.
It's a fact.
Yeah, the bugs are usually on the client side anyway.
And I didn't say that. And the player's data of where you are, I have this many gems, I'm on this part of the path. So if something is broken, for example, something that occasionally happens is that player's path becomes corrupted so that they cannot progress any further, then we can fix the data over there. And with 2 million, I think, on the first weekend people playing, and a couple of problems here and there means they all come to our direction, and it was quite a bit of work. And I think it was a Thursday when we launched, and there was no activity still going on. We didn't know exactly when the game was going live, so we went to the movies with a couple of friends from work, and when we came out the game had gone live, and the amount of users came with this kind of an angle, so it was just climbing up and up and up all the time. And
I remember people were like, "Where were you? The game is live!" And you just came into the office like, "What the? Oh my god!"
There was a lot of me and Teppo. We stayed up all night. We split shifts a bit, but even when it wasn't my shift, I couldn't sleep a lot. I slept 4 hours every day about, and the rest of the time I was working all the time. It was about 5 days later then I got a 6 hours uninterrupted sleep.
Wow.
I felt kind of reborn. It was so cool.
I remember there was a lot of anticipation building up, because we didn't know if the game is going to be like promoted by Apple or Google or anybody. So there was a lot of just refreshing the App Store page, looking like is the Thursday update there. On Thursday they always update like the banners and what's new and what's hot, all these lists. And we were just refreshing the page and looking at different stores. Let's check the UK, let's check Australia, let's check United States, and just checking these different stores. And then finally you see the big banner on one of those, and oh my god, then the players started flying in, and then you check the next store and the big banner is there as well. And it was sort of like we got a lot more players on the first week that we could have ever hoped for. So it was a positive problem in that sense that we got a lot more traffic.
I liked every minute of it.
I also remember, because at the time I was working in support, because we needed all the hands that we could have in support as well, because 2 million players coming in, if they have any problem they first contact support and then the problems go to the server guys. So I was also working I think 2 weeks without any weekend off, so just like almost around the clock and just going to bed at home and coming back to work. And then thankfully it started kind of like evening out, and the biggest problems that we had in the beginning, we got them fixed, and then the amount of tickets also reduced, and that was hectic. What about Samsa from the client perspective?
From the real programmer's perspective,
chilling, drinking mojito.
Just like
nothing I can do, man.
It was a huge moment of relief for us client-side programmers, because we had worked for the last 4 months, very long days. We had the worst days were like 12 hours long, and just looking at the code and trying to fix bugs and make new features at the same time. And when the game was launched, there's nothing you can do. You just lift your hands up and say like it's there, and let's see what happens. And if it goes well, then you know it's going to be the update mode that you're going to start developing new things and fixing bugs again. But for the first week, I actually got a good night's sleep.
So we switched, like we took turns in sleeping.
We gave all the responsibilities to you.
That's how it goes. Like the client side can rest a bit easier, and then the update mode. It's not as hectic as the kind of the final crunch for the launch.
I think we had like 5 days off or something. Like we didn't do anything too hectic, and then we started working on the new updates and seeing what could be done for the game.
Yeah, but all in all, that was a great experience. And now 1 year later, what has happened with the team? Well, we have grown a bit. We have several new kind of production lines. Of course, we're still updating Big Bang Racing. We have some cool plans for that this game as well. And then for the new teams, we've hired a lot of new people, and because of that, our old office got really, really small. We were kind of like sardines in a can at the end, just horrible. And now we have moved to a new office, ta-da! If nobody noticed, but this is a different location than with the last streams. And we actually have a really cool video made by our summer intern, Rebecca. And she has shoot some footage here at the new office because it's kind of hard to take the camera and start going around the office live. So we have a video for you showing a bit of the new office and the team working and doing fun stuff. So maybe we can roll that now. All right, that was a really cool video, and we saw it already earlier. And thank you, Rebecca, so much for shooting that. I think it kind of captures how it is here. Like there's working and there's also some fun times, and I think that was kind of very realistic image of us here at the office. And yeah, let's go on to the next stuff. I think we should talk a little bit about these kind of cool moments that we've had with Big Bang Racing during the year, and also just go through some data that we have gathered. We don't have this information available in the game, but that's why we're gonna gather some nice info that might be interesting to you guys, and we're gonna show it and talk a little bit about it. So the first one that we have is this most races won. So this is kind of like a tribute to the top racers that we have in the game. We have some names here that are very familiar to us as well because of the tournaments, and also from some of these level creation challenges and whatnot. But this #1 guy, Coco Crack, who is this person? I've never seen. Have you guys seen this guy anywhere in the leaderboards or anywhere?
Nope.
He or she is just probably like so enthusiastic about racing, because yeah, this means that the most races won if you press the race button and race in the leagues. This is the number of races that these guys have won. So Coco Crack #1 with 19,964 races won. That's like,
the number is from like yesterday, so it's probably over 20,000.
Yeah, it's probably even more now, but that's just like, that's crazy number. And all these other guys as well, GDN with 17,000, Bill S with 13,000, DC with 11,000, and Steve just a little bit behind of DCE. What type of hours would you have to play to, like, if you played from the beginning of the game, like you play every day, how many races, and you have to win most of
you're
those?
good with numbers.
Yeah, quick calculation.
Okay, let's see. If it's 2 minutes for a race, is it too long? Yeah, that's gonna be 40,000. If we go for 400 days, it's 100 races per day.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations, Coco Crack. You really are an enthusiastic fan of this game, and thank you so much for racing so much.
Like every day.
Yeah, 100 races every day. It's like some people do 100 push-ups every day, so it's kind of like you just need to get into that mode that you're decided that you're gonna do it. All right, what we have next? We have most mega likes. So this is the last slide was for the racers, kind of tribute to them, and this one is for the creators. So we have also very familiar names here. Some of you know these guys. LORP Logins, #1 in mega likes, over 500,000 mega likes. That's really amazing. It's almost double of the next one, which is Noob with 200,000 something, and then Steve, Punk, and Aristotle taking the other 3 places here. Yeah, these guys are just amazing creators. Do you have anything to say, Seppo, about LORP Login's style, for example?
I think he has a very distinctive style when you play a level. If you just play next level and you don't read who's in it, you can actually recognize when you enter a LORP Login's level. There's like this unique trademark style. I don't know. I like his style.
Yeah. And Noob, our beloved creator, who has for some reason disappeared. Noob, we want you back. Please come back.
He was one of the innovators. I think he figured out some of the glitches and bugs, like the space rocket thing with the teleport and all those. And he made the first auto level, actually, or at least the first that I know of. So he came up with a lot of cool ideas that others.
He's been kind of like a trendsetter for many of these fads that come into the game, and people want to try them. And so. And
Steve is also on the racing list, so he's really active overall, not just racing but creating as well.
Good for you, Steve. You got 2 on the 2 lists. That's amazing. Well, of course, this is only top 5, but we wanted to also give a shout out to Dehota. Yeah, he got number 6, but he's been. Sorry,
it was a different list.
I skipped the list. That's okay. Let's go to the most followers next. So yeah, this is also kind of a tribute to the creators. So we have basically almost the same guys here. But yeah, I already kind of spoiled the great thing that we had here, because Dehota didn't make it to the top 5, but he was the 6th. So we wanted to add him to the list as well with 17,000 followers, because he's been very great and active in YouTube as well and creating amazing content that way. But yeah, thank you all amazing creators. You have really made this game what it is today. Like, your content is just, every time we're amazed, like, we couldn't do this type of levels. These guys are just putting...
And this was the reason that we started making the game in the first place. Yeah. We knew that even though we are supposed to be professional game developers, we know that once you reach out to a lot of people, you're gonna find some creators that are gonna create better content than you ever could, and these are the guys that are doing it. So
yeah, definitely. So thank you. We have one more slide that has some random facts. For example, this total amount of levels, over 7 million, almost 7.5 million levels. That's just mind-blowing in a year. how many levels a day, Valtteri? Quick calculation.
All I know is that currently we get one level published every 30 seconds.
All right, so yeah, and yeah, average time spent on level creation, 26 minutes. I'm not sure if this is per level. I guess it is, because otherwise that's... Or is it just divided between all players? Might
It's
be.
per level.
Yeah, okay, so 26 minutes per level spent on level creation. So this means that people are not just like throwing stuff there in a couple of minutes and publishing it. So people actually put a lot of effort, and I think this number has gone up the further we've gone with the game, because players have realized the potential of creating cool levels. And when we get one person creating amazing level, then others want to follow, and they understand that they need to use time to kind of battle for the top.
Some of the top
places.
creators are spending like weeks on one level, like if they're making the spearhead level.
Yeah.
So,
I think we had a questionnaire in our forums for the creators, and they were answering how much time they use when they edit the level.
Yeah, we interviewed a couple of the top creators, and they also said that sometimes they do some quick levels that only take like 5 hours, and then they do these like amazing levels that they use a week, for example, to hone and make better. Then we have the infamous Skull Rider here. If there's any players who came to the game after this feature was dismissed, if you want to say nicely, we had this boss battle feature at some point where the Skull Rider would come in a random level and challenge you to a racing duel. Maybe we can talk about the Skull Rider just to clear it out. What happened? What was the thing? Why we wanted to do it, and what happened ultimately with the feature?
it was a failed attempt to spice up the sort of like the adventure progression. Like as you play the next level and the next level and the next level, we wanted to create some kind of checkpoints that give you a bit of a challenge, because as you play those levels, you have probably seen that many of them are quite easy. So we wanted to little bit every now and then give you a little bit of challenge. I think it failed because it was sort of like mandatory and it blocked your progression. It didn't quite work as well as we had hoped for. We kind of wanted to make it sort of like it's this Mario Kart type of challenge where you have all these weapons that you can use to beat the Skull Rider. But then again, it ended up feeling like it was just a racing level, like being fast, and it was force-fed to people who just want to play the map levels. So we didn't quite succeed there. But maybe later on it could be optional, like a weekend event or something, so it doesn't actually block your way and make you rage quit.
We haven't completely trashed it. We still have the art and everything designed for it, so maybe we'll find some other use for it. But I think also that the biggest problem was that those players who love adventure path, they are a certain type of players, and they have a certain type of how they play and when they play, and they want to relax. And then there's the racers who want to compete, and kind of bringing the competition, the very like time-based, very hard competition into the adventure. It was just a mismatch. So that's what happened. But anyway, there were over 2 million battles won against the Skull Rider during the couple of months, or was it around a month or something that we had it?
It was less than a month that we removed it.
So in less than a month there were over 2 million battles, and over 500,000 players participated in beating the Skull Rider. And maybe we can give him the title of least missed character in the game.
Seconded.
Do you have some personal grudges against Skull Rider?
Well, I think even though he was removed from the game in 3 weeks or so, I had him on my pad for 2 months because I just couldn't win him. I lost like 80 times and I almost threw my phone to the wall, and I was so raged until I finally won him. I think I should like have a t-shirt printed. I survived the Skull Rider.
And if anyone out there is still blocked by the Skull Rider, just contact us.
Yeah, if there is someone.
Fix it.
Wow, that would be sad. Like half a year
still
later.
get people playing the Skull Rider in statistics.
Wow,
Either they've been stuck half a year,
that's really
or they
sad.
got a glitch or something.
Oh wow, I want those people out of there. All right. Well, just to kind of wrap up the facts and fun moments of Big Bang Racing, do you have any personal memories from the game? Like, what was something cool that happened during the year, in your opinion? I can, for example, start. I think when Noob designed the space launcher, I think that was a really great moment, because I think the whole community kind of woke up to this phenomenon that, oh my god, somebody created this amazing space launcher. And then Noob's level, where he at first introduced the gadget or the thing that he'd created, it was just a simple level with the launcher. And then people took that launcher and started using it in levels, and I think it was like 1 month of space launchers, just like level after level. Somebody had created their version of the space launcher, and then somebody also turned it other way around, so you can use it as a cannon also inside the level. And so I think that's just something that I remember very clearly, that I really liked it when people were talking in the forum about the space launcher and helping each other to create new kinds of space launchers and all that.
For me, I think it was cool seeing the way players use the materials. So when we did levels, they were just, this area is with mud, this area is with ice, and here we have brown. And then they mix them up so that they look, they get the distinct look. They have small slices of the red terrain inside another terrain, and so they really put the little tweaks into those things, and they look really awesome when I saw them.
Players started decorating the levels in a very detailed way after a couple of months. So, and I think it's just going crazier and crazier all the time. Do you guys have any favorite moments that you would remember?
I think
on the
like
top of your head?
it's not during the last year, but it was like maybe half a year before the launch. My favorite moment was when we had been really like secretive about the game. We hadn't shown it to a lot of external people outside the company. And there was the game's first event in Helsinki, hosted by Supercell. And that was sort of like the first moment when we actually showed it to the public. There was a big timer on the stage. You would have 2 minutes to display your game idea. And then there's a red light that says get out. And during those 2 minutes, Jari was explaining about the game, the art lead. And I was creating a racing level during those 2 minutes. And at the end of the 2 minutes, the level was complete. People were just ravingly applauding, and we had this actual, like this manual tournament that people would come to our booth, play the same level that I created on the stage, and we would give the winner this little golden record thingy that we had at the time. So it was really nice to see the first reaction from people.
Yeah,
really
especially like other developers, because it was
yeah.
just from the game community in Finland, and people really supported us and were excited about us doing something totally new. So that was cool. Samsa, do you have any?
Well, I think before Noob invented the space launcher, I think we had a bug report reporting that you could get out of the dome by placing some teleports or something very strategically, and we thought it was fun and we left it there, but I don't think anybody realized or thought that it could be used in such a way that you just launch out of the dome so fast. So I think it's a cool feature that we left it there, that we didn't try to restrict the players to keep inside the dome.
Yeah, there's a couple of bugs that we consider as features already. Like, we never wanted to get rid of them because they were so much fun, and we kind of waited for people to find them, and eventually they did. Also, driving inside the ground is one thing that people kind of figured out, and they've been using it as well. Maybe, Seppo, you can already start putting your device hooked up into the system, because next what we're gonna do is talk about the, well, it's kind of natural to move on to this anniversary update, which came out yesterday, and we have some really cool new features, especially for the builders. So we have the level editor full of new items. We have also creator leaderboards, which are something that the players have been asking for a long time. And we're gonna go through the new update by playing your level. So we had a challenge on the forum that when the update was published yesterday, you would have like 24 hours or a bit more to create a level using the new anniversary update items. And we have a couple of levels here. First one we have from Pitti, happy birthday, and Pitti had some comments as well for us. Well, he just he just said that there was a little bug with the CC enforcers, but he said that he fixed the level and it should work now. And okay, so let's go through this one. Maybe if Seppo plays and we can comment. Oh yeah.
Traplight logo.
Yeah, that has
cool.
been very popular to create the Traplight logo. Thank you guys for that.
Yeah, thanks, Piddy.
I really like the art style.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's the first. Well, there was already a white hole, but now the rolling goal ball is featured there. I guess you have to chase it now.
Yeah, I think it's like this very heavy ball used as a goal ball right now that we added in this anniversary update.
Oh, and here's the what is
using the
power plate?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the power plate needs pressure on it for a gadget to start working, and there's also the switch.
That's
All right.
like really clever way to use the new power connectors. Like
Yeah,
the power
like
plate
rolling
and power
boulders on them so
yeah,
they
and
work.
making these bridges and all that.
Yeah.
That was really clever.
Yeah, it was almost like a pinball game where the goal ball went from the start to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, it used the new goal ball as well, so it was one of these levels that I was hoping to see where you actually sort of like see the goal ball advancing all the time.
So you have to chase it around.
Yeah, kind of like chasing it down.
Yeah, so that was
really cool.
one of the two new goal balls. That was the heavy rolling goal ball. Then we also have the bouncy new goal ball. Okay, should we go on to the next level? I guess we have the level by Packid 851. Happy birthday, BBR. And he says that it's a race that features two new things, the white hole and bouncy finish.
Okay.
All right. So we get to also see the... We also get to see the...
Did we lose the image?
Oh, we have some technical...
Okay.
All right, now it's
Very
working. That was a very short technical problem. Thank God.
Okay, okay,
All
it's
right.
a race.
Oh, this is a race. All right. Yeah, that's what it said right there in the description.
So the second goal ball.
Yeah, this has the... Whoa, that's...
Whoa.
That was very detailed decoration. Yeah, this should have the bouncy one. It had the white hole right
Oh, Seppo, you're gonna lose.
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
there. Oh no! Yeah, Seppo also has one of the anniversary gifts on his head. So the party hat is one of the 7 gifts that you can get.
You actually get that one today if you log in.
Yeah,
Say
yeah.
happy birthday.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
Happy B-Day.
Yeah.
BBR.
Whoa. Your left.
Cool. That's cool.
Left.
Oh
Your-
wow!
Is that your? Is that your
that's
body?
the new goal ball. Yeah.
Oh, it's the mini goal ball. Yeah. When did it go? Oh no, it's inside the ground. All right. That was cool as well. Thank you, Packid851. Then what we have next is we have Keeger12345 has made BBR birthday. These are all very like birthday themed. So we're gonna play this one. Keeger didn't leave us any comments on the level, so we're just gonna have to go and see what it is. All right, there it is.
No, we even got some.
Let's see what kind of items they've used.
Free.
Alright, loops,
Oh,
there's
me
the
too.
numbers. Happy birthday.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Oh, but I just make it there.
You can still
Just
fix
black
it.
hole.
Oh, yes!
Oh, that's a good placement of the black hole.
Big man.
Big Bang Racing.
Nice. Well, that didn't have any of the new items, but it was still a really cool happy birthday card for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Keeger. Next one we have EB27. He has a description of or he has sent some hellos for us. He says that the update is amazing, and here's a short description of his level. Alright, there's no natural part. I used metal and ice. Sounds very interesting. Alright, he has used some of the new features, the power switch at least, and power plates. So let's look at EB27's level.
And the heavy gold was
screenshot.
Alright, okay, so we have a couple of the new features. Alright, there's at least the switch. Yeah, I think something is gonna happen. It's like, this was too easy, just driving.
I think
forward.
the tension is building up.
Yeah.
Like,
there's just switches upon switches, like, oh my god, something's gonna happen soon.
it's almost like from a movie, like something is going to explode.
Yes. Oh.
That was from the movie.
Yes,
as well,
there's explosions.
Yeah, the barrels were coming from there.
What's happening now?
No? Did you go
Did I
back?
mess up something?
Yeah, the
Oh,
barrel
I think
exploded the ground, and now
Yes.
you can go to there. Alright.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool.
That's a very, I think this is a very like intuitive use of the white hole when you place it like so that you have ground around it, so you can it kind of pushes you towards the ground and it works like speed booster.
Yeah.
Ah, you've got to move. That's a very wow. That's a clever. Yeah.
Right. And then.
And I think those kind of builds have already been made using the fans, where you can drive around the roof of the level.
Yeah, now
but
it's
I think it's
easier.
easier now with the white hole.
Yeah, but I'm still kind of waiting for people to figure out some really new and interesting way of using the white hole, because Dehota showed in his video this that he put some items to float around, and when you start the game they kind of are pushed backwards from the white hole. So he used it at least to demonstrate its effect. To kind of push items like bombs and stuff just away from the white hole. So maybe something like that will come soon. And now we have a 1-year BBR from Noob, but this is not the same Noob that we've been talking about. This is a new Noob, but there's so many noobs in our game that we can't keep track. Whoa, wow, there's a lot of connectors.
Oh, hard. That's nice.
Oh, that was a nice jump. That was cool.
Yeah, I was like, now you're gonna die.
Wow.
Oh, what
It
is
was like a
happening?
self-made
That's-
trampoline.
That's really good job hiding the teleports behind the
Yeah.
trees. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this level has this kind of trick that you have so many connectors and you drive the same route many times, and then every time something changes a bit.
Electric.
Maybe you try again, and if it's too...
Okay, that's not
That was a bad decision.
Okay, once more you try, and then we can try this level after the stream as well if it turns out to be too much for our skills. Alright, from the loop. Yeah, the teleports are so hidden that I can't keep up.
Yeah, me neither, but...
We're old. We're too old
I think
for this.
Seppo had all the map pieces last round.
Oh, yeah.
Now you just need to finish it.
The goal is there.
Where?
Inside the
There's a
text
teleport
below.
somewhere.
Okay.
Where is the last teleport? Is it that one, the blue one? How do you get up there even?
Don't do it.
Whoa!
I don't want to fail this. Well, you did.
Oh, the goal ball's there on the bottom
Yeah,
right.
yeah, but I have no. Where's the other green teleport?
I don't know.
I need to...
Okay, you want to
Probably-
try once more, but
Probably behind the tree.
yeah, somewhere. It's
Somewhere?
somewhere hidden. Wow.
No. It's like you need. There's an elevator you needed to explode all these explosives here, and then you can get through the ground. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, so there's a trick.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, but you can't get through the ground because
It was hidden!
I want to get all the.
Okay, Seppo doesn't give up. I want to finish the level. Yeah, that was very clever of you, Noob. Yeah, this was Noob's level, yeah. Wow, that was almost too much for us. But yeah, I think that's a good finish for the level playing, because this was surprisingly hard.
This is actually a good example of how when we first created the star collect, the map collect
They used to be stars.
Yeah, we thought people were going to make puzzle maps, but they ended up doing very different kinds of levels than we thought. So it's always nice to see what people do with the tools we give them.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys for sending us these really great levels. And what we have now, next, we have a couple more things that we want to share with you guys. These were the levels that you guys sent us, but we also asked you on the forum to send us some questions, because we haven't done any developer Q&A so far, so I thought that this would be the great moment to just take in some player questions and answer them regarding the game. And there might be, I don't remember if there was also something related to other stuff than Big Bang Racing, but let's go through these. And unfortunately, I forgot to ask you guys to send your name or nickname as well when you sent the questions. So these are all anonymous now. I'm really sorry. I cannot give you a shout out if you send this question. But if you're watching and you hear your question read here and answered, then please send us a message on the chat, or type in. If you watch this as a video on demand later, then type in the comments that, yeah, I sent you that question. So thank you all for these questions. We got plenty of questions, but we only picked 10 for this occasion, so it doesn't take too long to answer everything. And some of the questions were double anyway, like many of you guys asked the same things. So these are kind of the most interesting ones that we thought we'd gather here. So first of all, a question for everyone. What are your favorite types of levels? This is a player-sent question, and they really want to know what kind of levels we like to play.
Well, I can answer it quite fast. Like, I love the puzzle levels. I like those levels where it's not clear that you can get all the 3 map pieces from the level, that you have to figure something out, that you can find all of them. And I love those levels where it's not guaranteed to get everything in the first try.
Yeah.
So those are my favorites.
They also require a lot of, like, when you design them, it requires a lot from you. Like, I think many people who design these very complex puzzle levels, they actually draw on the paper first how the whole level will look, and then they will build it.
And I think it's going to get a little bit easier with the anniversary update and with all the gadgets and switches. And I think
definitely
people can make a lot better puzzle levels now that we have more things to work on. So keep on doing those.
Yes, those are good. Oh yeah, we can go at the end, we can still go through the rest of the update items that were not in those levels, but let's continue with these questions and go to the update after this. So all right, there is a question about level, like when you create a level, how is it shown in the game? So there's a question that how do I get Big Bang Racing developers to notice my levels so they are not only used in the good or bad section? So there's a bit of misunderstanding here from the player side, which is something that we can now answer, that it's not actually us who choose.
Yeah, we don't evaluate the levels in any way over here. It's the good or bad thumbs mean a lot, and the well, we have some automatic things that check if a level is just something which you can straight drive to the goal, it's not gonna go on the path. Sorry guys. So put some effort in them, make interesting things in them, and hope for up thumbs. If you get good up thumbs from the good or bad, then you will get to some paths. But the path is not common for everyone. Everyone does not have the same path. We distribute levels a bit differently so that we try to give more place for every level that is good from the good or bad. So it's your thumbs that matter, not us.
Yeah, we don't evaluate the levels in any way. Of course, we appreciate good levels, but we can also just go there and give a thumbs up or thumbs down. So all the levels that you see in the game, when you play the path or the racing or tournaments, those are, well, tournament levels are chosen by us, but if you play the rest of the game, all those levels that you see are voted by the other players. And I have some tips and tricks that how you can get more likes if you are not getting out of the good or bad section. Then, as Valtteri said, try to put effort into the creation. You can, for example, join some team that has very creative people in them. We have a couple of teams in Big Bang Racing that are organizing even like weekly or monthly competitions for level creation. And you can join those and get tips and tricks and feedback on your levels. And now that you have the new feature of editing your levels, you can publish one and get feedback from your friends and then go back to edit if there's something missing. So there's many ways how you can increase the amount of likes. And of course, sharing the levels with your friends. Like if you have friends in social media or just friends in general, just send them the link and ask them to play and give you thumbs up. So that's one way of getting out of the good or bad.
And don't make the levels too long or too short.
Yeah, there's some of these like good ways. Maybe we can even make a video at some point explaining more about these kind of good working methods on creating levels and increasing your chances of getting out of the good or bad. All right, there's a question for, I guess for both of you, for Sampsa and Valtteri. Was it hard to do the coding for this game? So you both do code, but on different types. So we already discussed this a bit, but maybe you can answer. Was it hard to do the coding?
Short answer, yes. There's a lot of code, so of course it's very hard. And the way we have all the in-game, the editor and the playing and all the menus and events and teams, it's a lot of work, and most of those things have been done twice or thrice even, and so there's a lot of unused code and already used code, and so it's a large code base and it's a lot of work, but it's also quite easy because we have our own framework that we use making the game, and it accelerates our development, so we can actually push updates quite fast for you guys.
Mm-hmm. And for in the future, we're gonna have a bit easier time now that we're developing some systems that make it faster to create new games, and we have like these frameworks in place already, and those are something that we're gonna talk about more maybe later. Super secret stuff.
Yeah, super secret.
On the server side, it's a bit different. The actual code is not as complex perhaps as on the client side. It's different, but I'd say it's more straightforward. We try not to put a lot of code on the server side because code is something that requires processors to process, and all the processors we have on the server side cost us quite a bit of money. So I'd say, and every device on the client side has nowadays 2 or 4 processors. So it's better to have the computation heavy stuff on your device rather than the servers. But on the other hand, on the server side, you need to know the servers themselves, and that's a lot of work. You have to monitor how much resources are being spent everywhere, how much processing power, memory, disk access and so forth, and that's a lot of work, and that's rather complex for us.
I'm gonna throw in like a kind of from the side some actual questions sent now in the live chat, because it's kind of because we're anyway answering player questions, so maybe we can answer some of these. Well, first of all, we got some feedback apparently in the chat that people actually are missing the Skull Rider a bit, so maybe we can find some new use for it. Yeah. Maybe it was just in our head that it was the most hated.
Maybe in the wrong place.
Yeah, wrong time and wrong place, but the character and the idea was cool, so maybe we'll find some other use for it in the future. There's some feedback on that Seppo looks like a super fast designer guy.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that later. And then somebody's asking, what is your favorite food? So, what is our favorite food? I guess we all have different, but I like pizza.
I like spaghetti.
I like steaks.
I like meatballs.
All right.
I thought you were gonna say I like turtles.
I like
No.
they're like they're like protected animals. You're not supposed to eat them.
Yeah, at least you cannot like
mean.
admit that you eat them.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for sending the questions also in the live chat. We're gonna check those every now and then. So if you still have more, just send them on. All right, to the next one. There's somebody asking, will you develop new games to your new games to work also on older devices? Because we got feedback from this particular player that they liked the fact that the game was actually running on older devices, Big Bang Racing, even though it's quite a heavy game. It has 3D graphics and it has stuff that requires a lot of power, but we have optimized it to work also on older devices, and now they're asking if we are going to develop our new games to work as well on old devices.
Yeah, so I think we take a kind of lot of pride in the fact that we have such good performance in our game and the optimizations that we do for it, and of course that's going to continue in the next games, and hopefully if we don't design anything too heavy games, they are going to be on the older devices too. But of course there's going to be technical restrictions, so if something doesn't please us on older devices, then we just have to cut them to give the actual feeling for the players that we want.
And always sometimes like the new operating system updates, like the new iOS or new Android, they stop support for certain devices. So that sort of like drops off them as well.
Yeah, but we're definitely trying to make them work for the older devices too. Yeah, as many as possible.
All right. There's a question, actually this was asked by many people. Will we ever introduce another vehicle in the game, or will we have visual customization for the vehicles? So people are kind of looking forward to see something new in the things that they drive, either a new vehicle or some customization. So maybe Seppo, you can answer this one. Do we have any plans?
Yes, some work has been done already, but like no promises, no dates, but you're gonna see at least one of those two things.
Yeah, so at some point, like we've already said on the forums as well about the updates and how we want you guys to think about the updates, because we do a lot of work to get some features out, and you guys have so many requests, and we love all those requests, and we also would love to do all the things for the game, but it just takes a lot of time, and we have to prioritize things. So yeah, we can say that we've done some work for this, but there's no timeline. We cannot promise anything if it's gonna be there and
it's still in the like research mode where we look for the right way to do it.
Yeah, we really want to, if we add something to the game, then first try it out ourselves that it really works, and then hone out bugs and everything. We don't want to give out crummy stuff to you guys.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We want to hone it to be a diamond before we publish it. Well, the Skull Rider, but people liked it.
Some people liked it.
All right. There's a question about well, creators, they require a bit different features, or they want different features than racers. And there's one guy or a girl asking about if it would be possible, or what do we think about the possibility of creators being able to trade stuff, like extra parts or extra things that they have among each other. This type of trading economy we've discussed a bit, but what do you think in general about this type of trading inside the game?
I think it's a nice way to sort of like engage people, help each other out. They can give stuff that they don't need themselves. I think it's a positive thing for the game, and I really hope that at some point we have the time to do that.
Yeah.
But at the moment it's not like a top priority, but it's one of the things that I would really like to see in the game.
Yeah, I also think it sounds cool that maybe also to give the creators more features to help each other create better levels. There can be many things that we could do for them, but yeah, as said, we have only so much time and only so much people to do those things. So, but yeah, it's possible. All right. Well, this is a very straightforward question. Can we get better ways to manage our teams? So people would like more self-management in the teams. Valtteri has also been working a lot to kind of solve these problems when there's problems in teams, like the leader has gone and never coming back, and there's no leader in the team and stuff like that. So what do you guys think about these team management features?
Yeah, I think the big problem there is that there's only one leader in a team, so we need co-leaders.
Yeah.
Sort of like that more people can manage the team.
Yeah.
That's one of the a bit of the higher priority things. It's been over a year since we've done anything with the teams, so
yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think what players might be looking for is more like a democratic way of running the team, so they could even like lift people up in the hierarchy of the team, or demote them, promote or demote them based on different things. So to give more power to the people, so to speak.
Exactly.
All right. Well, this I think is very straightforward to Sampsa. Can you put the ability to use water or fire in the next updates?
I want water, please.
Well, I think as a decoration, it's possible to have water and fire, but as a real physics component that you can use, like have this simulated water or simulated fire, I think it's going to be quite heavy for the phone CPU, so probably not like that. Yeah. And also they are very, they take a large toll on the phone processor, so I don't think if the game would actually run so good using those. So it's something that I've tried a little bit on my own, but it didn't work so well yet. So as a real feature, no. As a decoration, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I personally think that water in a game, in a physics game, is really cool, but it's really hard to see how it would benefit a racing game without becoming really annoying.
But yeah, I think it would be cool so that as a decoration you could make like this underwater world or something. But those are like probably in Seppo's backlog somewhere.
Yeah. We just talked about the game running quite well on older devices as well, and if we would add heavy physics-based things like this, like water, it would probably wreck the game for many of our low-end device players, and that's also not something that we want to do. So maybe in a couple of years when all the devices are so powerful that they can run these type of things, so maybe let's see if in some future game or something. Then there's a question about adventure level leaderboards. Could we get a leaderboard that has total, like the most adventure levels completed? I guess we talked about this with Teppo, for example, that we don't currently track that very well, that number.
Yeah, we can dig the data, but it's not... Yeah, we can find it if we want to display it.
Yeah, but what do you think, Seppo? Right now we have for racers, now we have for creators as well.
I don't know if I'm a bit against these all-time lists because they become locked down really easily. That's why, for example, the top creators that we introduce now, it's a monthly leaderboard. It resets every month. So something like that could work on the adventure side as well. Because as you said, the people who play the map levels, the adventure levels, they don't have any kind of leaderboard at the moment, as opposed to racing and creating.
Yeah. All right. Well, one more question came from the chat. They asked, will you make new obstacles? So this, I guess they mean like items in general. Well, now we have new items in the update, but are we going to make more in the future? Any ideas?
Yeah, the new items is something that we're constantly gonna keep doing. I don't know if he means or she means with obstacles like the danger items, because that had only like 4 items, and we actually removed that category because we have now the advanced items. So those 4 danger items, they are now scattered to the pieces and gadgets.
Yeah, so, might be that they're asking for more dangers.
Yeah,
but it's hard to tell.
I don't know if we want to spend too much effort on making more lethal, dangerous things, because those it seems that the levels that are lethal and difficult, they are getting a lot of downvotes. So I don't know if we should encourage that too much.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, should we go? Well, we have just one more section basically left. We have anniversary tournaments, 3 of them during this weekend. One has started today, almost at the same time as the stream started, so it is now going on, the first tournament, and then we have 2 other tournaments, 24-hour tournaments, throughout the weekend. Before we go to those, we should probably do a really quick recap on all the new features that we have in the update. If somebody doesn't yet know and they maybe haven't updated the game yet or just haven't had the time to check out all the new items. So maybe Seppo, can you on the top of your head just give us like a...
First, now you can edit and delete live levels that you have published, so no more cold sweat when pressing the go live button. If you mess up, you can take it back and edit it and republish it.
And this was just a fun fact, this was the most asked feature every month since launch. Yeah. So it's about time we made it, and I think especially those who create a lot of levels, they're gonna appreciate this a lot.
Yeah, the big challenge there was just to make sure that it won't be abused, like so you can sort of like generate endless amount of coins or likes or all those. So those are the things that we needed to tackle with that.
Yeah, so that's why it took a bit longer to design. Like we talked about it a lot, but also Valtteri, you were I remember talking with you at some point about this feature, and we were kind of like balancing if it's possible and how would you do it, but apparently it was like okay in the end, and we got it out.
Yeah, I've actually always said it's pretty easy. So, yeah.
Everything's easy on the server side. Just magic happening.
Anything is possible. It just takes time.
Yeah, that's true.
Different amounts of time.
Yes.
Then the second thing we have are the gold balls, the metal and the rubber balls. Then we had, what did we have?
The creator leaderboard?
Yes, creator leaderboards, monthly leaderboard, where the levels that you have created during the ongoing month, they are accounted there. So it's not about the classic levels, it's about the levels created this month.
Yeah, so the freshest and the newest and the best.
Yes. Then we have the creator ranks, which is essentially how many likes you've gotten, you rank up, and there's a total of 6 different ranks. Lord Blockings is gonna be most likely the first one to hit the 6th rank.
Ooh, nice.
He's like 97% close there.
All right, so but this kind of tells us that it's pretty hard to get the 6th star or the 6th rank, because only one person is now closing.
Yeah.
And not even getting it, but it's close that they're getting it. So, yeah.
And then we had what did we have? We have the 3 new decorations. Super expensive, but don't be scared. It's just because like when you open the chests, it has been for a long time. It has been that you just tap and then move on to the next one. But I really wanted the players to have something really valuable and rare, that it feels actually really good when it drops from the chest.
Yeah,
and that's
if
why
they
we have
manage to get it, then it's like super.
That's why they are super valuable. Nobody can really afford them, but all the more reason that it feels good when it actually drops from the chest.
And when you place something like that in a level, everyone's gonna notice it. Like, it's such a cool vanity item that you can show off.
It's just like when you see a Ferrari driving on the street, it's not only feels good to the driver, but also to the people who see it.
Yeah,
like, look,
wow.
there's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
Yeah, more bling to the game. We didn't have much of that, so that's more bling.
And what else do we have? Then we have the white holes, which is the reversed black hole.
Which we saw already a couple of times in the levels that we played.
Yes. Then we have the 7 gifts that we are giving throughout the week.
Yeah, so remember to log in every day to get your gift.
And, and then the big thing, we have with the creator rank, now you can rank, if you rank up to rank 3, that requires 10,000 likes. But if you create one really popular level that sort of like gets through the good or bad and to the path, you're really likely to get those 10,000 likes with just one level, if you just make one really good level. And that gives you access to the advanced editor items, and there you can find the power switches and the power plates. We saw them on some of those levels that we played here. Essentially what they do is you can activate and deactivate these treadmills and gears and fans and these different gadgets. And then we have the CC enforcers. We have 5 of those. To those who don't know what it means, it has been something that some of the veteran builders have been requesting for a long time. It basically means that with the CC enforcer, it doesn't matter what kind of upgrades the player who enters the level has. It doesn't matter if they are 1200 CCs or 100 CCs. They all will be changed for the duration of that level to the same exact CC amount that the CC enforcer item has. And that way you can have this really consistent experience across all players if you want to do this really like tight jumps and all these that are not so loosely designed, but they have like really tight sort of like construction and design and flow. That's a good way to ensure that everybody tries the same way.
The top creators were concerned about the fact that if they publish a level and their car or bike is almost fully upgraded, and they create a level that has a very good flow for themselves, and they publish it, and then the players that just started playing, they're gonna try it and they're gonna fail or not have the same experience. So this is something that will fix that problem.
Even if you don't use the CC enforcer, you can try it out. Like if you have a really high performing vehicle, you can just put the 100 CC, which is the lowest CC enforcer, into the level, then you can drive it and feel how it feels with the lower end vehicle, and then just remove it, and then you know how it's going to play out with the different people.
All right, so I guess that was pretty much all the features. If we missed something,
I might have missed something.
But
there's a ton of
there's so many that we might have missed something. But let's go to the tournament. I thought I would challenge you 3 to play in the tournament. We are gonna see image from Seppo's device. So you all 3 don't go into the tournament yet. I'm gonna say when, and then you guys see Seppo's device here, and Seppo is gonna be racing in Freaky Beaky's tournament. And shout out to Freaky Beaky. He's one of our top creators of all time, and he also won won the top prize in the creation challenge last fall. Well, he won the other category and the noob won the other. And well, he has made this level for today, and then we have 2 other levels made by top creators. Maybe Seppo, do you remember the other 2 creators that have made the levels?
Yeah, there's tomorrow we have Angel, and on Sunday we have Stinky Winky.
Alright, so you guys should definitely log in every day during the weekend to check out these amazing levels, tournament levels that the guys have created. And alright, I'm gonna have you guys play a little while against each other, and if any of you, either of you get a faster time than Seppo, then you shout. Alright.
Okay, now we're going.
Yeah, go.
Okay, let's get into the same room. Hopefully.
I'm not gonna get in the same room. I've got less trophies than you.
Oh, noob.
Did you guys get into the same room?
Did we get to the same room? I'm in the room. Where do I see my room?
Riku is also in the same room.
Put myself in the same room.
Riku, if you are watching this, you should also try to.
I'm 9.
Get
oh, we didn't
time.
get to the same room.
You should have waited a bit because we went into
I'm
that
in the same room as you are.
You are.
Okay, well you'll have your own tournament, and maybe hopefully Riku will play against you, Seppo, because he's in the same room with you. So, our CEO Riku, if you're watching this, take your device, start playing.
Okay, so we just have to see if Seppo can actually make a time in this level. Seemed like a lousy driver to me.
Right. The banter is already on.
Yeah, I'm a trash talker.
Yes.
Happy.
Alright, let's see how this level looks. Woo, happy. Oh, this seems to have a very nice flow. Like, Freaky Beaky is good with these very long and smooth lines that he creates. And,
Yeah, he
and
has a style as well.
yeah, the
like
style,
really-
if you look at his level from far, if you go into the editor, or if you take the level in Unity and then you can go like super far, they actually look like tribal tattoos or tattoos in general because of the lines and the...
Oop.
Oh no.
But I skipped. Look. This is gonna be super
Well,
fast.
that wasn't
man.
very...
This is a long level.
If you
Yeah,
had
very
not missed it, then it would be super fast, but...
Yeah, there's a lot of room for optimization in this level. We've never actually had a tournament level that is this long, so it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of different times people have.
That's true. What has been the longest level so far?
I think like 30 seconds maybe was...
This is over a minute, at least for me.
Yeah. It's
I don't know if Samsa is in the goal already. but-
So I'm at 72.
Well,
Oh no!
1 minute 21 seconds. Man, that's bad.
What is the fastest time in your room, Samsa?
Under a minute.
Under a minute, alright.
51 seconds. 51 and a half seconds.
Well, Seppo didn't
did I
do-
win you by 1 second?
You got lucky. You have a better car than me.
1 minute 20 seconds.
Is it the
Take
same as
that.
Seppo?
We all have the same vehicle here.
Yeah, but I'm ahead of Arvalokki by 14 places.
What?
Whoa!
What?
Samsa, you
Shots
need to
fired.
up your game now. That's just bad.
Hey,
I
but
thought you're good in this game.
hey, remember that Valtteri is the server programmer and he can change data. So I bet he's cheating.
Yeah, like he's just programming on the side.
Yeah.
Like we just don't see it.
Yeah, I think the whole competition feels rigged.
Yes. He just puts like make Valtteri win.
I think
Yeah.
I just saw a bug there on the client server.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the excuse to make those changes.
That curve that you just went through, Seppo, the car goes so fast that the tires go like completely flat against to the body. So it's like the G forces they're immense. All right, can you do it? Is that the fastest way?
Yeah, I'm skipping.
Oh my god!
Now you're, if you're watching and you're wondering how to get a fast time in this track, Seppo has a pretty good record with these levels and he's a pretty good racer, so maybe you can try some of his tricks. For example, that skipping the loop trick, I think that's gonna work pretty well for you guys as well.
Minute 19 seconds.
Well, you improved.
Oh well, so you ain't got nothing on me.
Oh. No.
Oh yeah, and Freaky Beaky is known for these infinite loops where the boulders are rolling. I think he has those in almost every one of his levels. Kind of like a
Yeah,
signature.
it's a good way to like make the camera, because the camera looks at those moving boulders,
Yeah.
so it's a nice way to get a
You can
good
use the camera
distance.
magnet, but there's a limit of the how many camera magnets you can have in one level.
Oh.
So when you run out of those, you can start using, for example, these rolling boulders.
Oh,
wow.
somebody in this room has 48 seconds.
How is that?
And
even-
Freaky Beaky, he has 56 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's his level.
Yeah.
So it would be weird if he couldn't get a better time. In
Oh, there's like a... I'm gonna do that.
I hit my head. I had such a great time coming. I hit my head.
Yeah,
Oh.
you guys can see that these guys are really into the racing as well. It's so intense, like
But
When-
hands down, Seppo is the best racer, like
out of you three.
out of us three.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if me or Valtso could win him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Last time when we introduced the tournaments in that stream, we had Jerkko playing against Seppo, and then it was actually a very tight competition because both of those guys are like quite into the racing.
Yeah, Jerkku is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who can challenge Seppo in this office. Jerkko and Jari being one of those, maybe.
Yeah, Jari is another one, yeah.
Alrighty.
It's a long level.
This looks like a
A very long
interesting level. Yeah, and because it's so long, there's gonna be so many places to improve. And Now the fastest time in Seppo's room is 48 seconds.
Yeah,
but
48.
Yeah.
yeah,
48.
But I
they are
bet that
going
it's
there.
gonna get even faster because people will find out the optimal ways of landing and
Yeah.
rotating the vehicle and where to use the boost and where to get another boost.
There are some parts here that you can just skip.
You have a trick.
It's not a trick.
It's a trick.
You just need to learn the level
It's
that
a
you
trick.
play through many times and then you learn. That's how it goes.
Or you just check the #1 ghost, which is what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tip for you. So if you don't know how to finish the level fast, then just go and look the replay from your room's fastest time. You can go there and tap the player name and then press the little play button and you can see how that person drove that round where they got the fastest time. So then you can just copy it. So
1 minute
there's
and
this
10.
little bit of cheat that you can use, which is a fun way to
was
keep
a
the
long
competition going on. So if somebody finds out a trick, you can also figure it out just by watching them.
Let's see what Hun is doing.
All right, let's watch Hans run. Oh, he's skipping, yeah, that one. And then front flip. That looks so smooth.
Yeah.
Like just
really good.
landing perfectly. And, oh, yeah.
And now everyone's just watching someone else play.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm watching this amazing run by Han.
I'm watching some guy named Noah.
Is Noah doing well? What's his time?
51.
That's pretty good as well.
It's room 9's best time.
All right.
So, but it's like 3 seconds after the from Seppo's room.
All right.
Oh, there's
Oh.
shortcut. Oh,
Oh wow, that was like a really
try it.
good shortcut. Are you gonna try that now?
yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's see this one more
I didn't
thing.
watch it.
There, it was there on the big screen. You could have seen it.
Oh, Walter.
I'm playing.
Walter, your playing is hardly playing. I'm going in with the trash talk.
Yeah, I have
Sue
a
me
bad
if you
feeling
will.
that you guys are gonna take it out to the street after this.
Yeah.
I couldn't even improve.
Yeah, you can watch now Seppo trying the trick. It's almost at the end, the trick where you can skip one part completely and then get like 10 seconds of your time immediately.
10 seconds. Try 20.
Well, that's yeah.
Oh no! I failed.
Where did you go?
No! Look.
But it's still it's not as fast.
Yeah.
But maybe you can still try to
Let's
show
try
that.
the shortcut anyway.
Yeah.
Is it here?
No, it's way back.
1 minute. I'm so close. I'm fourth in my room. Nice.
Are you gonna get a chest?
Did you use the shortcut?
No.
I don't
No,
know.
I didn't. I don't cheat.
Well,
like
now
you do.
that you have that fast time and then you use the shortcut, you're definitely gonna get a really good time.
This is the moment where you just... Okay, here.
Oh, Seppo is getting a good time. So much faster than I.
Where?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Still over.
No, you didn't. Oh, slightly more. Yay.
Nice.
I thought I had it.
Alright, so there are some tips and tricks for you guys for the Freaky Beaky tournament. Go check it out. It runs for 22 hours and something minutes still, so you should go in and try this amazing level. And then we have 2 more tournaments during this weekend.
Yeah, immediately when the previous one ends, the next one starts.
Yeah, so there's no breaks for you. You just need to be... no, don't sleep even. Just drive this weekend.
Yeah.
It's an amazing opportunity. All right, I think we have managed the stream. We have gone through all these things and fun facts about the game, and I really hope that the people who were watching or watch this afterwards enjoyed these little facts and stuff that we showed and talked about the game that we dearly love, and we launched it 1 year ago. So
Thanks for playing.
yeah, thank you
you.
guys for making this game awesome, and we're gonna now go and we're gonna have our own little celebration together with the team for the 1 year anniversary. So thank you so much and see you in the next stream. Bye bye.
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 Bye.